process, getting ready for this game, and it means a lot this year.
Yeah, it's very fun, man. The environment, the practice, in the weight room, everything is fun. Everything is fun when you're winning.
This rivalry game, obviously big for anybody that plays in it, but for you guys that grew up in the state watching. I mean, your last one, how big is it?
It's very big. I think what you just said, it being my last one, is definitely emotional for me. And I'm gonna really lay it out there. Not that I don't every, just knowing that it's my last game in Jordan-Hare. I really gotta lay it out there. Me being from Alabama, of course, yeah, it's pretty big.
You lived off, is George, you okay physically?
Yeah, I'm all good. Just get a little tangled up. That's like the 20th time they held me. Finally got tangled up.
You guys obviously aren't done with work yet, but do you feel like this is going to be the team that's viewed on in the future as kind of the team the group that turn this thing around?
Yeah, like this season, if we do what we're capable of doing, as far as finishing out, this will be a legendary team. I really believe that. Definitely ESPN 30-30.
Have you noticed any changes in Coach Malzahn's approach to this game as opposed to other ones?
No, not at all. He's been the same way every game, and he continues to say the same things every week. We're going to do what we've done to get us here, and we're going to get better every practice, every game. Nothing changes.
It seems like A.J. McCarron, when you watch film, he has a lot of time to throw. How important is it for you guys to get a little pressure on him, and how good would it feel to get a sack on A.J. McCarron?
It's definitely important. You change the game when you get to the quarterback. So that was the key in last game. We had them on their heels. You know what I mean? And they became very predictable. And our offense was able to put points up pretty early, get 3 and out. And that's definitely what you want to do. They had to throw the ball, to really get back in the game. And I think that's what definitely we got to do with A.J. McCarron. He hadn't been hit all year, so we want to see what he can do, after being hit a few times.
How important is it to come out there and set a tone early on?
It's very important. Very important. Like I said, it's what happened last week, and I think we see the results in starting early. We definitely going to try to do that, coming into Saturday's game.
Do you still think about the LSU loss and kind of let that motivate you?
No. That was really, one of the turning points of the season, coming out that second half. We didn't really leave that game with regrets. We left that game with motivation because of the way we responded, in that second half. And we kind of just took it from there. And after winning, however many we've won in a row, you don't really think about LSU because we moved on from that.
Speaking of motivation, some of the doubters out there at the beginning of the year wondering how long it was going to take Auburn to get back on track and have a winning season. Do you use that as fuel, especially now at this point in the season, being where you're at?
Being totally honest, I don't really listen to what other people have to say, especially outside of these walls anyway. But anytime I do hear it, I use it as fuel, me personally. But we try not to collectively not pay attention to what outsiders have to say.
Dee, the way you beat Georgia, Baylor loses, Oregon loses, are you starting to get a feel that this is a team of destiny?
Definitely. We want to take advantage of that, not take this moment for granted. We definitely have an opportunity, and everything's falling in place. All we have to do is just keep continuing to do what we've been doing. But we definitely take heed to that.
Notice the talk about you being emotional, and you talked about it being an emotional time for you. How tough is it going to be to get from now until Saturday?
Man, it's going to be very tough. I'm going to have to take some sleeping pills, try to go to sleep, because, I sit up at night thinking about the game, thinking about big moments. I really try not to focus on it being my last one. I don't want to be too emotional. I still want to be, focused. It's senior day. I got a lot of family coming in, so it's definitely something I have to really control, during the week. really try to get that sleep, get rest, but, you can get caught up, at night, just thinking about everything that you have to do and what's at stake, Yeah.
Most of the country is familiar with A.J. McCarron, but they might not know Nick Marshall. What kind of guy is your quarterback, and what kind of leader in the locker room is he?
I remember Nick when he first came in. He came in the summer, and I met him. He's never up, he's never down. He's very calm, country. Remember my first conversation with him, he had to repeat a few sentences, he was so country. But he's definitely been I think me and Jeffrey talked to him, and just let him know that, we wanted to make everything very comfortable for him. Because we knew when we seen him throw the ball there, that was going to be our quarterback. So we wanted to make everything comfortable for him. And he really just, he handled everything well. So I think he became naturally, he didn't force it, he naturally became the leader and kind of took everything 1 week at a time with the workouts. And it's kind of hard to make a transition from a JUCO. Of course, he was at Georgia before, so he knew what this level brings. But he made a great transition, especially as a quarterback. And he just took it, a week at a time, especially in the summertime. So.
Have you seen any change in Coach Garner this week?
No, he's like this every week. You heard him yell it all. We're used to it. That's what makes him a great coach. He sets the bar, every week. It's just no different for him.
Everybody talked about Cam kind of being that change in 2010. This year, obviously, offensively at least, the new face has been Nick. How much has he been the catalyst for the turnaround, at least offensively?
He is the catalyst, honestly. I think it's definitely a team effort, but, what he has brought to the table, he has definitely helped, bring that athleticism back to the quarterback position here, which that's what make this offense such a weapon. He definitely produced. You can't deny that, but I think collectively we all been, of course, been catalysts, but he really has produced. And especially at pivotal times, a little back at Mississippi State, that 2-minute drive, that was great. So he's definitely been what we needed.
You were here in 2010. What are some of the traits maybe this team has that team has also? Finding
a way to win. We win ugly, just like we did in 2010. We won very ugly, but we take it, of course, we weren't able to do that at LSU, but I see this team just finding a way to win, no matter what the circumstance is, just like 2010.
And does this game kind of resemble that Iron Bowl from that year?
I don't want to go down 24 or nothing. But yeah, it does, because everything is at stake. Two of the top teams in the nation, we're really fighting for something right now. And every Iron Bowl is pretty big. Even last year was pretty big, just because it's the Iron Bowl.
Dee, when CJ was up here Sunday, he mentioned that the coach emphasized not posting anything that would be bulletin board material this week. Have you found yourself having to delete a few tweets that maybe otherwise you maybe would have tweeted out?
Well, every week I always tweet something motivational. I never really tweet anything personal, and I've always done that. Just to keep myself out of trouble. So I just post pictures. But I never really post anything that I'm personally thinking. That's a big mistake.
Dee, this being your final home game, are you or any of the seniors planning to do or say anything either at the hotel Friday before the game Saturday?
I speak every week. I don't know if a senior would really step up and speak or anything, but I speak every week. Nosa speaks every week. Chris Davis speaks every week. I don't really know what's going to happen. We're not planning anything, but, I talk a lot. I always got something to say, so I know I'm going to talk. So.
Nosa says you're emotional and he expects you to cry. Are you going to cry?
You know what, Nosa? Like I said, I can't say what I'm thinking, but yeah, man, Nosa's, really been, he came in with me, so we're very close, and we're kind of the total opposite. He's very mellow and cool, and I'm very emotional, loud, and crazy and wild, but I don't know about crying, I don't think I would cry.
You gonna bust out a drum solo?
Yeah, drum solo. No, they got pianos at the hotel. I might play farewell song. I don't know. I might cry, you never know.
I'm sorry, it seems like Johnny Manziel won the Heisman against Alabama last year. As a defense, do y'all use that? Does feel at all, we're not gonna let A.J. win the Heisman against us in this show?
I'm gonna say the safe answer, no. We're not trying to take that from him. We want to stop him because, I'm not thinking about him not winning the Heisman, but he's not going to come here and just have his way, So.
They talk about the defensive ends in this game, what kind of impact it can have. The start of the Georgia game, you guys affected the game, and then the officials let them hold. What do you think the officials' impact could be Saturday if they call it straight?
I never expect, them to, call a hold or anything like that. And that's how you have to come into the game. You don't play, especially in a third down situation, you don't think about, them calling holding. You expect them to hold, and it's just going to free you up even more, just expecting them. And, with that mindset, we're definitely going to be able to put pressure. I don't think they've played, as athletic as we are. They haven't played an athletic group like us this year, so we definitely gonna test them early.
Would you say
You
this
see
is more
it out
energy in the
there.
locker room?
We see you out there, you're aggressive, you kind of run to the ball, you run to the quarterback. What is that switch that you flip? What goes through your head when you're out there between the lines?
Well, it goes before, you even play the game. Like I said, I'm sitting in my room, I'm thinking of things, it's a mindset. You said that mindset, I've said that mindset since high school. That's just the way I play. It's nothing, it's really no switch to flip, it's just your way of playing. That's just how I've always done it. That's how I've got here. I just really taking that to another level. I never really think about, playing hard. I just do that every play.
Dee, how much does your future go through your mind in these final couple of games about next year and the year after, for that matter?
I'm thinking about it, and it's definitely something I look forward to. I don't really I try not to think about it too much. I'll be lying to say if I don't, but, more so, I think about the team and them putting me, they've put me in a pretty good position right now as far as moving forward. And I'm thankful for this team, definitely for buying in. We didn't have to buy in like we bought in. And really from spring practice to right now to really take things to another level. Because I wouldn't be where I am right now, especially this year, coming in off of a knee injury. I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for my teammates. So, I'm really thankful for them. As far as moving forward, things look pretty good for me. I'm just going to keep, taking one game at a time. So the more games we play right about now, the better off I'll be.
All right.